No, I'm just bad at finding people in my own roster. Okay, good. And of course, people are showing up now that I'm making my courtesy call host.
this. You're super good at it.
No,
but
I
you're
don't have
short
anyone to
charging
replace
just isn't good.
Regalia. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I'll get picked up by Delta then. Yeah, that'll be the smartest move. Okay. This is as close as we can get. Either party, Delta or Echo, will not be getting Limit Break 3. Also, we are going to be stealing the DPS and one of the healers from one of those parties over to Slime side, just due to the way that we do things on Primal. And Golems is going to be slightly slower. And that's going to be as good as we can do. Thank you, everyone who showed up. I'm not trying to slight people who didn't make it. I know that sometimes things happen, but thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for waiting and having patience, and continuing to have patience for the rest of the night as we adjust to a slightly weird setup. I should get my stream going. And I am going to be nice, and I'm not going to yell or anything like that. Okay, Red and Amalthea, let me know when you are ready to go, please.
Oh, yep, sorry, I'm ready. I was just tabbed out into Discord.
It happens. Amalthea?
I was trying to get some reps for us, but no luck for me.
Well, it happens. Situations like this. It is unfortunate.
Yep, not your fault. Thanks for still hosting. We can just go in and have some fun. At least we can get some plates or something. Learner's plates.
We'll make prog. The entire instance of DRS, with the exception of, as they say, slimes and golems, scales according to the number of people in the instance. So we will not be having a harder time getting through the bosses, with the exception of course, if you make a mistake, it's more of a percentage that's being cut off, which is not to try to make people feel bad about anything. It's just the situation of stuff. This is why we always tell people when we're getting close to Queen to not go pop the Queen cutscene, because when you do that, that spawns in Queen and she gets as much HP according to the number of people in the instance, and if we can't raise people up, then we want them to leave so that way we have less HP on the boss, etc., etc. I'm just gonna try the hard ready check. I can't do that while the PF is up. Oh, I should get my link. Can I get that off me? I'm going to just remind everyone, make sure that you don't take a jump pad until you're absolutely sure where you're going. This includes everyone in Delta Echo Foxtrot, because we need to make sure that we have enough people on Slime side. Do I not have my Twitch linked anymore? Easy enough to get it from browser history. Oh, hey, hi, I'm going to mark myself with the danger, Dorito. If the party lead of Party Echo or Delta, no, Delta. I need whoever is the party lead of Delta to invite me in, please. So I don't know, it's randomly given to, Ziggerheart, I don't remember who I sent over. Did I send Kalthana? Hey, Yuki! Yes, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Remember to pop all the stuff that you need. I did not load my start.
Oh, I have another idea. I bet when that re-clear ends, maybe some people would be willing to hop in to help us prog
We will
afterward.
see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dismiss your idea. I'm just trying to keep things moving and get my head back into the raid lead setup.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just the stress is palpable, so just trying to help maybe like visualize positive things.
Okay, definitely bringing font of skill this time. Okay, if you are ready to go and you are in parties Alpha or Bravo, because there is no more Charlie, go ahead and take the Slime's jump pad. And then I'm going to ask, I don't know what assignments people had. Yeah, let's send Yuki and Ziggerheart over to Golems. And then who did we have interrupting up there? It was Ken. Okay, we're going to have a letter do that. Yeah, okay. Echo and Foxtrot, you can go ahead and jump over to Golem's side. And then we're going to have everyone else go to Golems, which should be everyone else in my party. This is going to be slightly awkward. Golems, since you are low person, if you want to drop down to Alliance Bravo so you can discuss amongst yourselves your assignments, you are missing one tank, so I think Hysteria is going to have to tank one. That should be fine. It's green. And you're going to need to have someone else do interrupt on red. And we might be 1 or 2 people down on Slime side. Okay, everyone up here, please take the left jump pad over to Slimes. Slimes, not Golems. I know a few of you have not done this before, but you're going to be doing the job of DPS, so you are just going to be going into a room and killing red slimes that drop down. You are going to be to explain that job specifically, red slimes are going to drop down in the middle of rooms around the green pads. The first person who deals damage to them gets absolute aggro. It is your responsibility to pull them away from the center, otherwise they will fuse up with the green slimes and bad things will happen. Your only job as a DPS is to grab and kill red slimes. It does not matter if someone else has already grabbed it. Your job is to target the red slimes that drop in your room and kill them. The whole traps are still the same thing. There's still trash that spawn north and south, so on and so forth. I need a tank over here on Slime side to volunteer to be tank number 1. I believe that might be you, Charlotte, and we'll need a DPS or a healer to pick up North Trash. Everyone who is new and coming over here, it looks like you're just going to be going into the southeast room. That is room number 4 with me. Your job is to go in there again and kill red slimes immediately. And then please tell me that someone over here still has perception.
Yeah, I do.
All right. I do not know who that voice was, but I will trust you to do your perception job. Okay,
Yeah.
I should turn off.
Yeah, we got one trap in the southwest room.
All right, that is room number 3. Everyone should be familiar enough and know how to deal with that. Pia, I'm going to tell you to make sure that you do stuff in 3. It looks like we are low on people there. Otto, I'm going to have to ask you to be the North Trash DPS person. I think you're a healer, maybe? Yeah. You'll be fine. Just keep yourself topped up. It might take you a little bit longer to kill it, but I trust you to be able to do stuff. You know, cardia, all that shit. Just step out of it. You don't have a stun as a healer, so just don't get hit by it. Yeah, you will be picking up a slime at the end. I think you're the only healer over there. No, Scorchy's over there. Scorchy can do the job. You can go full DPS mode. I assume Scorchy knows what they're doing from 2 weeks ago. Everyone remembers everything perfectly in this game, right? Right? Alright, so I'm going to say that I think slimes are ready. If this is not true, then please say something. We'll be fine. Room 3 just needs to be fast on killing, and room 4 just needs to pay attention and adjust. Trust me, it's really easy. Just focus on killing the red slime. Oh, I didn't actually link my damn thing. I mean, the real trick is if everyone's on their A game tonight, then, and we get like 2 shots at Queen, there is a chance we can clear tonight. And then I can disappear into the ether forever. I guess since we're sitting here for a little bit, I'll remind the people who have only seen Golem side that if you're a DPS, you don't touch greens unless things have gone very, very wrong. Unless things have gone very, very wrong. You can interrupt reds who are fusing, and that can in fact be a good thing if there is a problem that is happening. Oh, wait. Is everyone in Delta someone that I pulled over from Charlotte? No, Block and Block are new. Okay. Yes, I'll be telling you exactly how it goes. You pick up the entire first group, and then you will wait for the other tanks to get theirs, and then you will pick up 2 from the next group that drops down when you are told. And then you will just fuse up that on your pad, and you will wait for your healer to bring in another, and then you will target theirs, and then when I do the countdown, you'll poke it off them and fuse it up in the middle of the pad. When Slimes goes smoothly, it goes really smoothly, and I'm sure it might appear confusing to people why there's so much pressure over here. But it can definitely go bad. Alright, sounds like Golems is ready, so hopefully no one stuffed away and didn't say anything. Perceptors, please remember to open the door at around 2. Tanks, make sure that your stances are on so you can do your thing. Tank number 1, make sure that you're ready to pick up the first set of slimes. Everyone, please be cautious of that trap in the middle of the arena. Trap in the middle, percept it, thank you. Tank number 1, pick up. Tank number 2, get ready for the next set, please. DPS, make sure you're taking care of red slimes. Looks like that was a poison up north. That's a dead person. Tank number 3, get ready for the next set. All traps have been found. Trash are out, pick them up, please. Tank number 4, get ready. Someone do some healing on tank number 1, who also needs to get ready to pick up 2 from the next set that drop down. Tank number 1, go ahead and pick up. Tank number 2, get ready to pick up 2 from this set and the next that drop down. Pick them up now, please. Tank number 3, get ready to pick up the remainders. You are clear to go. Go ahead and pick up the remainders. Tank number 4, get ready to pick up 2. Healers, you are now free to pick up 1 slime from the center of the room if you are a room slime or room healer. There are now enough for everyone. Go ahead and pick them up. Pull them into your room, hold them in a corner. Don't fight out of the room, so on and so forth. Okay, are rooms 1 and 3 holding? I can't see.
We're good.
Okay, target your healer slime. 3, 2, 1, provoke. Oh my god, please, come on. Oh, that's bad.
Room 1 grabbed it.
4 might be bad, but we'll see.
Room 3 is good. Room 3 is fused.
Okay,
One
everyone out. If it's going, it's going. Pull the soldiers with us, anything we bring with us, so on and so forth. Fizz range, keep eyes on reds, etc. All the way to the corner. Alright, slimes are gone, we cleared. We need to come back and kill soldiers until golems are done. Alright, excellent. If there are any dead, speak now before healers leave you behind.
There's a dead in room 1.
Yes, we have one person here. Oh, that was a summoner that we lost. Okay. Healers, remember that you need to have your Pure on, and you'll need to throw in the thingy, Arise.
Nice job, fam.
If you want to hold back and wait for the people who've already popped things to use theirs before you pop in new ones, that's fine, etc., etc. Alright, thank you very much. Everyone make sure that you pick up your 2 chests at the bottom of the staircase. Y'all are gonna want the magic number program running. At least I'm going to want to... Oh, what do you mean there's no update? Alright, tanks, make sure that your stances are off. I believe Sierra was my off tank. If you would like to mark yourself, I found you. There you go. General reminder that every single fight in this instance is always a threat. Please pay attention and do your best to not die. In particular for Seeker, we are going to be almost certainly holding for Limit Break 3. This will be after the last phase transition and first mechanic, where we're going to use it. That is the one where its sides get cleaved, the purple things, and then we do Swords on the Clone, the Hider get knocked, and the chains at the end. After that point is typically when we do Limit Break 3 to get people up. Unless you all do a really clean run, which I certainly hope you do, we're going to be waiting for that Limit Break 3. So still try to do as much damage as you can, but play it safe. If you know that a heavy movement mechanic is coming up, hold on to those buffs. Every time that I try to greed on this, I almost certainly get a ruin stack, and 1 can lead to 2, which can lead to 3, which is dead, etc., etc. If you're ready to go, please step onto the dirt wall. Dirt floor ring. I know what words are. I am not someone who hasn't talked for about a week or 2. Okay. So long as we don't have any grayed out names, I assume that the people here know the risk of standing in the death wall, including Eyes and Yuki. Okay, Tess needed to step away. I don't see anyone else saying that they needed to BRB. Eat your food, eat your Wheaties, let's get a frickin'. As always, Seeker is opening up with a raid wide into Fourfold Mercy, followed up by Seasons of Mercy. Raid wide. This is Fourfold Mercy. Our safe spots are 4, Crossover, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2-1-3, 4-2-1-3. Start on 4, crossover to 2, stay on 1, and then crossover to 3. Look away from 3, look away from 3, and get beyond 2. Get beyond 2 to evade the Lotus. We're going to be phasing here very, very soon. Get close to the boss. We are doing a raid wide into sides getting cleaved. Get close to the boss for heals and shields. And sides are getting cleaved now. Be behind the boss. Be behind the boss. Get away from Ignore 1. Get away from Ignore 1. Tank Buster is coming up. That was the Invuln Buster. Here is the Fake Buster. Do not move in front of the boss. Everyone else stay loosely stacked for the upcoming chains. Bait and break those as best you can. This is looking... No, this is going to be a get knocked. Make sure that after you break your chains, if you get them, you are aligned with an intercardinal barricade. Get knocked into a barricade after you break your chains. Get back to the boss. Up next is going to be Dashing Clones, plus another hide or get knocked. For the clones, we are going to be starting north towards Alpha and rotating around counterclockwise. And we are going to hide. We are hiding behind the barricade at 1. Hide behind the barricade at 1. Back to the boss again. Stack up in the direction of 1. Stack up in the way of 1. This is a raid wide into the Kamehameha stack laser. You do not want to take it alone. Here comes the Kamehameha stack. Continue to stay stacked to bait out those easily dodgeable baited lines, which will be followed up by a single iron splitter. Those are the rings. Stay stacked, wait for the orange marks, and move your little feet. Get on dirt, sand, yellow. Get on dirt, sand, yellow. We're going to get a couple more of those along with the nasty yellow tethers that you need to take away from the group. Get ready to move over to brick blue stone. Get on brick blue stone now. Take the tethers away from the group. Get ready to shift over to dirt, sand, yellow. Shift over now, take those tethers away from the group. More baited lines that are very easy to dodge. And then this should be a raid wide into a plus-shaped cleave. As always, get intercardinal of the boss. Max melee is safe but scary. Happening now. This is going to be clone dodges plus a fourfold swords. Make sure that you stay close to avoid the clones dropping down. And that you move out and rotate around. For our clones, we are starting at 2. For the swords, we are starting... Oh, we're a bit cattywampus. North? We're starting on 1. We're going to basically be starting on the right-hand side of the boss and then crossing over. Start on the right-hand side of the boss and then cross over. Basically 1 to 2. Wait for 2 cleaves. 1 and 2. Cross over to 3 now. Look away from 3 for the Orb and Lotus mechanic. And then get beyond 2. Get beyond 2 to evade the Lotus. That was a weird pattern. I apologize. This should be a raid wide into a normal ass tank buster. Get away from the Ignore 1. Get away from the Ignore 1. Normal ass tank buster. This should be fourfold mercy with iron splitters. You will do the first splitter every single sword, and then the second splitter, which is always opposite. We are starting at 1. Crossover, 1-3. 1-3-4-2. 1-3-4-2. Start on dirt, sand, yellow. Start on dirt, sand, yellow. Stay close to the boss as best you can. 3, 4, 2. Brick, bluestone, brick, bluestone, brick, bluestone. Under the boss is safe. One more splitter. Get on dirt, sand, yellow, followed up by orb and lotus, seasons of mercy. Look away from 3. Look away from 3. And get beyond 2. Baited lines as well happening. Do your best. I believe chains happen at some point soon. Or maybe it's just a raid wide. I believe next up is sides getting cleaved. Get inside or behind the boss. Sides are getting cleaved now. Do not be outside the boss's hitbox. This is... It's swords on a clone, a Heiner get knocked, and then chains. 95% sure that's the right order. What's that Heiner get knocked first? God damn it. We're starting at 3. No, it's hide. It's inside for 2, then outside. Boss clone's right-hand side, that's west. Get in and follow the ignore 1. 2 cleaves, 1 and 2. Get out, get out. Stay close to bait up the chains. Stay close to bait chains. If you are a healer with dead people and you are unchained, get center and push the limit break 3 button. This is an iron splitter followed up by hide or get knocked. If it's hide, you need to respect it. Do your iron splitter as far out in the arena as you can. This looks like it's going to be a hide. It's a hide. Get on dirt, sand, yellow, and then hide. Hide now, hide now. Next up is the reverse chains, swords on a clone, and then hide or get knocked. Clone is north. Get up towards north. Bait out the chains as best you can. We are starting at blank. It is outside for 2. It is blank A. Or we just don't do the mechanic. That works too. Remember that there are traps ahead. Cam, if you could please percept us on all the way to Dahu. Healers, if you can please get people up. Alright, I don't see any more dead bodies, so unless someone has disconnected, we should be fine. If you are a DPS in Alpha, please make sure that you... Okay, someone popped the poison on the way to Dahu. If you are in Alpha, if you are in the party with Cam, and you have buffs that you can give Cam, please follow them back to the dual pad and give them when called upon. Everyone else, hang out here at Dahu, don't cross the purple line. Any countdowns that happen are not for you. This countdown is not for Dahu, it is for dual buffs. No one is attacking the crocodile. Very good trigger control. Alright, people are coming back. We are going to start Dahu at 20 flat on the instance timer. You can cross the purple line now. We're going to be going in about 10 seconds-ish, depending on my VoIP lag. As always, Dahu is starting off with Croc Rocks. Watch your feet and don't get crocked. That was set 1 dropping down, and here comes set 2. Dahu is dashing north, which means our second spot is going to be somewhere southish. Looks like straight south. Follow in, avoid the giant fire breath, and don't get crispy. Our first set of cat things are going to be coming out soon. Spit flame marks are coming out. If you get one, move out and kill a lion. I don't care which, just kill one, please. Everyone close by, pay attention. Up next is a left-right shockwave. Dodge in or out as appropriate to your positioning. And now find a safe spot to get knocked back into. Try to be a gamer and do your gap close if you can. And move into Dahu's right-hand side. The spin flame, whatever happens 5 times. Our safe spot is down towards 4. Up next is going to be the trash mobs. If you are a tank and would like to turn on your stance, go ahead and provoke Dahu to share the love. If you get tethers, jiggle the ads underneath the boss so you can AoE them down. Taking Dahu back. Up next is going to be our kitchen sink. We should hopefully not have to see too much of it, but it will be Croc Rocks, Lions dashing, left-right shockwave, spit flame, everything. Spit flames, make sure that you move out and kill a lion close to your thing. We're not going to actually see this mechanic. Okay. If you feel like you might have forgotten to grab any chests, now is your time to move backwards and pick them up. This jump pad is one-directional. Looks like Cam did a good job. Thank you very much. Clap, clap, clap.
Someone's mic was getting up. I want to say Cactbot.
I didn't hear it.
It's very quiet.
Since we're missing people, I'm going to put down reflect markers. Because, oh no.
I only said that because I heard left then right very faintly.
Well, I'm not going to make comments. if I could have reflectors take their spots so I can make sure that you're here and everything. I'm going to need someone to claim 1, and I'm going to need someone to claim Charlie. Those people are not here today. If you have extra light curtains and you know the timing, then go ahead and volunteer so you can buff your DPS. Alright. Scorchian Power, do you need me to explain things, or do you know what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Alright.
Power.
Excellent. Is that yes, please, to explaining?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. On the last phase, since you're down here, you can follow me on the Ignore 1. There will be a spiritual sphere, I believe, that spawns about here, and one that will spawn on the other side of the ethereal ward. Your job will be to hit reflect and stand in it, so that way you can reflect the damage back and kill the orb. If you are using the reflect action, then just make sure that you are targeting either an enemy, yourself, or no one, so that way it goes onto you and that you're not putting it onto your tank or whatever. If you're using light curtains, then you can wait about 1, 2, maybe 3 GCDs, depending on how much haste you have, before you pop it, and then you can catch both of them with 1 application. If you're not super comfortable with that, then hopefully you have extras, or you just have the action and you can spam it. The AoEs will be on the ground, but they kind of pulse about right before they go off, so there's not a whole lot of time to adjust, but it's just a standard circular AoE underneath them. Is that clear? Do I need to explain more things?
So it's these 2 specific positions.
Yes, you will be taking care of this one. Typically, we have people start south and then rotate around to the outside of the arena. Excuse me. But technically, you could start up here and then rotate down. You just have to take care of those 2 spheres.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Also, as a reminder, if we are getting into the last phase, and you are a reflector and you are dead, please type something into shout or yell chat, so that way anyone who has light curtains can try to cover the gap. Tanks, make sure you have your stances on. As a reminder, I will be taking Warrior and Gunner. Sarah, you'll be taking Knight and Soldier. Reminder to hold on to a gap closer for Soldier, so that way you don't accidentally tether them if the safe spots are unfun for you. Yeah, I'll post in DR1 my reference sheet for hybrids. Everyone on the left needs to be given Seal Sting if magic damage is being resisted. And everyone on the right, which is just red mages, need to be given Spell Forge if physical damage is being resisted. If you're a healer and you're comfortable with doing damage, that's fine. You can do your burst at the start and inflate your DPS. It's lots of fun. Just make sure that you slot in your spell steal, so that way you can do the things for the stuff, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that you converse in your party to make sure that everyone still has both a spell and a steal for their party. I know we shuffled some people around. Hopefully you talked it out and you made sure that you knew what you needed. If people don't have stuff, then bring it up now, so that way we can figure out how to cover for it. Reflectors, thank you for your time. Yes, the mark on the tether is what's being resisted. You need to apply the opposite color to everyone. I don't. Art's not in here. Dealing with it. Okay, are we missing... Looks like we're missing spell in Delta. We have one question. Go ahead, type it up when you're ready. Very glad I have that person. Oh, that's a good question, Kia. We'll have Alpha Bravo go north, we'll have Delta, or sorry, Echo Foxtrot go south, and then Delta just try to split yourself evenly. Good luck. I know it's hard. The way that I try to remember things is same, big, and small, different. Which is kind of a bad way of doing things, but same, big. And Velia posted a thing.
Alliance E doesn't have a change spell nor the other thing. It's
I was
Spellforge.
prepared for that. Okay. We're just going to have to deal with that the best we can. I think we're missing a spell in Delta. Is that correct? Both Yuki and Kel have steel? Yes, they both have steel. Okay. Well, let's pray and hope that we need to apply steel. But if anyone needs spell, or if the people in Echo need anything, we will have them stand around the 3-way mark, and people who have the appropriate ability can use it on you. That's the best we can really do. We have too many people to mark. Is that clear? Okay, we have another disconnect. Cursed night. What a terrible night for a curse. Make sure that you wiggle if you're going to go AFK. Make sure that you step outside of the arena so that way I know that you are not ready to go. Who the hell is this? Very
And so sorry, CPU is really down here, but I'm back now.
perfectly fine. You cannot control the internet. It happens.
Okay.
Okay. Well. Sorry.
Echo has Steel Sting, whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of people who need Spellforge if it happens. One of those people is going to be the tank on warrior, and everyone else who crowds around the 3-way mark. It's going to not be fun. Do your best. Do we have any other disconnects still happening? Eyes is still not back. Okay. If we have to see second bombs on Knight and Warrior, we have to see second bombs. We can deal. Yes, yes. If you are someone who needs Spellforge, make sure that you get off of the 3-away mark once you have it. Also, Tess, I want to acknowledge that I saw your post. Feel better once you drop out. As a reminder, the damage reduction is 99%, so you are better off just going and standing on 3 and typing into yell chat if you do not get the buff. Try to not stand on top of other people, but like if you don't get taken care of after the first bomb mechanic, then try to move back there and be like, hey, I still need the buff. I do talk a lot during this fight, so try to not bring up too much into the voice chat if able, etc., etc. Alright, I believe 39 is all that we had. If you are ready to go, please step into the arena and preferably past the Charlie waymark. Again, be careful about auto-pulling the boss with like auto attacks or etc. But beyond that, make sure that you're inside the arena. Tanks, make sure you have your stances on at the start so that way I don't take all of the hate. And we're gonna get that very long countdown. I know some of you can't apply it. If you take care of your own party and you happen to see someone who doesn't have a buff and you know what they should have, give it to them, so on and so forth.
Here we go!
Could someone who has Spellforge give it to Ignore 1, by the way, just in case it's that at the start? Thank you. As always, get the bosses up nice and tight in the very, very center. First set of raid wides. Second set of raid wides. Off tanks, drop your stances. Main tanks hit your main bosses hard and move into position. Warrior to the wall. Knight to the center. We need to apply steel. We need to deal physical damage. Apply yellow. Click off purple. Ain't we all lucky? This is the first set of bombs coming out. It is a shield omen. This will be a knockback from the center. You will need to get knocked back from the center. Tethers are going out now. If you have a tether and the debuff, you will be going to a small bomb. Try to not go towards 3 Bravo Charlie. Tether's too small. If you have a tether you are dropping first, move to a place that just exploded. If anyone died and they needed steel, please reapply it. Warrior is boosting. I will be dispelling in a second. Double raid wide. Next up will be Tethers to Wind. Knight is a little high. If you can, focus on Knight. Tethers are going out now. If you have a tether and the corresponding debuff, you'll be going to the green Wind. Otherwise, we'll be going to purple Gravity. This is a sword omen. We'll be collapse onto the knight now, and then evade the golden spikes towards north, towards Alpha. And the warrior is boosting, followed up by a double raid wide. Oh, goodness. We're fine, we're fine. This should be a double raid wide, followed up by a tank buster. There it is, tank buster, very basic. Next up, we are going to get the damage resistance tether again. We are going... Of course, swap it up. We need spell, we need spell. Get spell onto ignore 1, please, if you can. Everyone else is going to be huddling around 3. Get it to them when you can. Second set of bombs. This is a sword omen. You will need to pick a bomb at the edge of the arena. If you have a tether, you will be going to a small bomb again. Tethers to small, outside edge of the arena. After this mechanic, we still need a spell forge on ignore 1, the warrior tank. Please do not make me wipe the group by losing hate. Thank you. Warrior is sneaking in a boost. It is getting dispelled. Standard double raid wide. This is tethers to wind again. We have a number of people who still can't deal magic damage, it looks like. Tethers are going out now. If you get a tether, you are going to wind, but we are not actually seeing this mechanic. Don't worry about it. The main tanks pick up your bosses and move them to position. Soldier to the edge, gunner to the center. First mechanic is going to be fire frogs and the unseen, or what's it called? Sight unseen? Our small orbs are starting north and south at Alpha and Charlie. They're going to move second, so don't worry about following them yet. South! Our safe spot is south. Open side to the gunner. And then to a single turret on the wall. And back to your bosses. Tank busters. Next major mechanic is going to be gun turrets. Main tanks, it is your responsibility to pick these up. Soldier is a bit high. Focus on it after the gun turrets come out. Turrets are coming out now. Main tanks pick them up. Top DPS priority. They need to die, etc., etc. Tanks who had aggro when that thing started. Pop your invuln. East turret still needs to die. There was a double raid wide in there that I didn't call out. Up next is fire and ice, ice, ice. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Don't get frozen in place, keep moving. You are free to stand still again. Health is about even. Good job. This is going to be jumping clones. We might actually have to do this mechanic. Healers, if you have dead people in your party, Judgment Call on LB3. Probably not before this. Our safe clones are starting on 3 and 4. They're now on Alpha Charlie. They're now on 3 and 4 again. South, south. Anywhere south, 3-4 Charlie, 3-4 Charlie, open side to the gunner. Turret on wall, turret on the wall. I didn't call the gunner, I'm sorry. Raid wide. Again, limit breaks. Reflectors, if you're dead, call it out. Tank busters. Okay, Alpha Bravo north, Echo Foxtrot south, Delta try to split evenly, tanks with invuln on, tanks without invuln off, Aura Spheres are top DPS priority, Reflectors do your jobs, Aura Spheres are out, respect the honeycombs that will be applied in a second. That was 2 reflects missed. Inside east. Respect the honeycomb. Reflectors, back to your positions. Aura spheres are coming out again soon. Reflect orbs are out. Aura spheres are out. Kill them. It is them or us on the ethereal wards. Coat of arms reapplying. Make sure you can see where that fucking honeycomb is. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, I still had that activated. Oh god, I have to see it twice. Okay. That is unfortunate. We will take a short break here, I guess, because we've been trying to do things for about an hour and a half now. I know test needs to drop. What do you mean? Changes in the party.
I can invite a caster that has cleared. Or
Sure. If we don't go in here, then sure.
yeah, it's me. I haven't accepted.
All right. I'll get the PF back up. Get them into Echo, please.
Okay.
Um, that's an any slot on Echo. That puts us at 40. Excellent. Perfect. Now we have 5 parties. Everyone will have limit break 3. Get them into voice chat when they can, etc. Thank you for getting your friend to join us. You shouldn't need Stone Skin to?
It's solo tanking. It's the just in case option
For what?
for Queen and Avowed.
I mean, you're
Can't you
still
only fit the one Aether Shield and it's not back in time?
you overslot with a second Aether Shield. You just pop Aether Shield, and then you go into your holster and you slot in another one over it during the Soft Enrage.
Ah, okay, that would work, yeah.
That's why we have tanks bring 2 Aether Shields. Party leader of Delta, please invite me again. I'm giving myself the danger to read out. Thank you. Um. Yuki, I'm giving you an 80% re-raise.
In that case, I will unshuffle things and bring more light curtains.
Actually, no. I should. I should do my best and actually bring damage. Is that secret scary? Okay. Again, parties Echo and Foxtrot, you can take the eastern or right jump pad to go down to golems. You can also jump down to the Alliance Bravo chat. I believe it was Yuki and Ziggerheart that I sent over there last time. You can do that again. And then it should be everyone else taking the western or east, or sorry, western or left jump pad to go to.
It's Win, not to overcomplicate things, but I was on Golem's side doing red interrupt last time.
They should have another fizz range that they can get to do that.
Okay.
And we need all the DPS that we can on Slime side just to make sure that goes comfortable with the way that Primal does things.
Not a problem. Just want to make sure they're covered.
And again, thank you all for patience and adapting on this. Thank you all for having the patience and not complaining or anything about missing last week. I do apologize for that. I forgot to mention it earlier. Okay. Okay, so I believe that means Neolina, you will be on. Let's have you on 4 with me. That gives me DPS, DPS, DPS healer. You have DPS, DPS. No, you have DPS, DPS healer. Again, Kia, try to do your best to provide assistance to 3. Cam, if you want to do that as well. Perceptors, please percept and give us the information ahead. If you can hear me right now, you will be hearing callouts and information for Slime side. If you are on Golem side, I trust that you know what you are doing, or that you will drop down. It sounds like in Slime side, we have a trap in the 4 room. So if you are in that room, make sure that you hook to the wall immediately after going through the door. Don't step forward, don't step into that trap. Everyone, make sure that if the traps have not all been found, that you are sticking to the wall and you are not stepping into where the traps spawn. I know that it's easy to forget after a bit, but make sure that you are careful. Healers, if you see someone get a poison, give them an Asuna. If you get a poison yourself and you have an antidote, go ahead and pop it. If anyone has questions, please go ahead and say them now. If you are ready, then... let's just do ready checks and parties. Oh, tanks, remember to have your stances on. If you are above level 80, it was turned off due to level sync.
Just making sure I'm only gonna be sitting in the room killing red slimes and hallway golems, right? Usually I'm from Aether, so I do hallway strat, so just making sure I don't have any extra rolls here.
Sorry, you're a little quiet, but it sounded like you were double checking on your responsibilities. As a DPS,
That's
yes,
fine.
you will be going into the northeast room, and you will be killing red slimes. You will be grabbing them as soon as they drop down, and you will be pulling them to a corner, away from any green slimes, and you will be killing them as soon as you can.
Okay, sounds good.
If someone else in that room grabs the slime, then you will be helping them kill it, etc., so on. Okay, it looks like we are waiting for F. Hey, alright. Perceptors, make sure that you get that center trap, and then whoever gets that, move up and figure out the north rooms. Northern room DPS, be careful moving into your rooms, make sure you don't get trapped. Tank number 1, get ready to pick up your friends in the middle of the hallway. Tank number 1, go ahead. Tank number 2, get ready for the next group. We need the south room 4 percepted, please. Tank number 3, get ready. All traps have been found on slime side. Tank number 3, those are yours. Tank number 4, get ready. Tank number 1, get ready to pick up 2 slimes from the next set that drops down. Go ahead and grab your 2. Tank 2, get ready to pick up your 2. And Tank 3, get ready to pick up the remainders. Tank 3, go now. Thank you. Tank 4, get ready to pick up 2. Room healers, you are clear to pick up 1 slime and bring it into your room. There is only 1 green slime right now. Don't fight over it, please. Do 1 and... Okay, 3 has 1. Target your healer's slime, and 3, 2...
1 needs 1. Wait.
Oh, don't. Someone needs to pull it in. I don't care who it is. You need to pull a green slime into 1. Was that the tank?
Ready, yes.
Voke, take your healer slime, get it into the center of the pad, fuse it up. Good adjustment, thank you very much. That's 4 fusions. Everyone get out, take the soldiers with us. Do drive-by stuns if you need to. We're going to be dragging a lot of green slimes, don't worry about it. All the way in the back corner, please. I believe Golem's just completed because I saw a Living Dead activate. If anyone in your party is dead, now is the time to call out, so that way we do not leave them behind. Very good adjustment up in room 1. Proud of you. not see any dead bodies, so I'm going to assume that we are fine here on slime side. As always, grab your 2 chests for your fragments. Pray that they are something that you can use. Or just sell them on the market board. I don't really care. Every tank who is not me, make sure that you check your stance and turn it off. If you are ready to go, make sure you are on the dirt ring. If you need a second, that is perfectly fine. Okay, Cam said they're ready. Shen, Eyes, Yuki. Alright, that looks like everyone has moved forward. We're going to get the countdown going and do this fight. Alright, raid wide into 4 swords. Clear starting at 3. Crossover, goddammit. 3-1. 3-1-4-2. 3-1-4-2. After this is Orb and Lotus. Look away from 4, look away from 4, and also get beyond 4 to evade the Lotus. I'm so sorry, it's a bad pattern. We have pushed already, get close to the boss. Next up is going to be the sides getting cleaved. Sides are getting cleaved now, do not be outside of the boss's hitbox. Up next are going to be tank busters, stay behind the boss for those, please. Invuln Buster! Say it with me now, Fig Buster! Just rip into the boss and loosely stack. Next mechanic y'all need to worry about is chains. So again, loosely stack to bait those out and make them as easy to break as possible. After that will be a hide or get knocked. This is going to be a get knocked, very easy. Break your chains and then get knocked into an intercardinal barricade. Doesn't matter which one you pick, just make sure it is one. Next up is going to be the dashing clones plus another hide or get knocked. This is a get knocked, very easy. Start at 2, we are rotating in front of 3. Once the dashes happen, start moving over and stand in front of the 3 barricade. Right here, right here, right here. Very good. No one in the death wall. Good job. This is raid wide into... Oh, the Kamehameha Stackbuster. Everyone stack up on 3. You don't want to take this alone. Stay loosely stacked to bait out those easily dodgeable baited lines. Which will be followed up by a single iron splitter. Get on dirt, sand, yellow, dirt, sand, yellow. We're going to get a couple more of those. The first one is going to be brick, blue, stone, and we're also going to have the nasty yellow tethers from the clone in the center of the arena. Rotate those out away from the group, don't overlap them, and please don't kill anyone. Again, get on brick, blue, stone. Very good, taking those tethers out, even though I didn't say anything at the time. Dirt, sand, yellow, take them away, don't overlap, so on and so on. Easily dodgeable baited lines. We're going to be phasing very soon here. I'm going to do my best to center the boss. Next major mechanic is this plus-shaped cleave. Plus-shaped cleave happening now. Max melee is safe but scary. Excellent job. This should be dashes plus fourfold? Dashes plus fourfold. Yeah, that sounds right. I hate these walls. For the dashes, we are starting at 4 and rotating clockwise. For the swords, we are also starting at 4. Crossover, goddammit. 4-2. 4-2-1-3. 4-2-1-3. This will be followed up by seasons. 2-1-3. Look away from 4 and get beyond 3. Get beyond 3 to evade the Lotus. Bait and break those chains as best you can. I know it gets spread out very easy. Raid wide into a normal ass tank cluster, so stay away from that. Ignore 1. There it is. Popping some cooldowns. This is going to be 4-fold plus iron splitters. You will do the first splitter every single sword, and then the second opposite splitter. Start at 4. Crossover, goddammit. 4-2. 4-2-1-3. 4-2-1-3, start on dirt, sand, yellow. Dirt, sand, yellow. When you cross over, underneath the boss will be safe. 2-1-3. 1-3. Underneath the boss is safe. Bricks, brick, blue, stone. That's what I call. One more splitter, brick, blue, stone. Again, seasons, orb, and lotus. It never stops. Look away from 4. Look away from 4. And also get beyond 4. This is the run of bad patterns. Holy shit. Dodge those baited lines as well. Raid wide into the sides getting cleaved. The boss is not going to move. Moved in, so that way you do not get cleaved. Now, please. Sides are getting cleaved now. Wait until after this mechanic. If we get to around 5% HP, go ahead and slow your DPS. This is going to be hide or get knocked, swords on a clone, and then chains. In that order, we are doing this mechanic. Afterwards, we will be using Limit Break 3. Clone is over towards Delta. This is going to be a hide. This is defo hide. Oh my god, it's a crossover. D1, Delta 1 blank 4, Delta 1 blank 4. Delta 1 blank 4. Stay close, bait and break your chains. Healers who are unchained, get center and pop your limit break, please. Raid wide. We are disrespecting, we are killing the boss. Kill the boss now. I'm not calling anything else out. Very good. We have one unfortunate body, it looks like, up north. Apologies to Echo. Okay, we have a few dead bodies. Apologies. Thank you for the perception. I saw it going forward. I believe that's Cam. Thank you very much. Thank you to the healers, getting these bodies up. Alright, that looks like all the bodies are up. Please don't play games with traps. Cam, your countdown buff thingamadooger is yours. Reminder to the people at Dahu, this countdown is not for you. You are not touching the giant crocodile. Alright, we're gonna go for 45 on the instance timer to give the buffers time to get there. Alright, about 15 seconds, depending on my voice lag. As always, Croc rocks. This is set number 2. This will be followed up by the dash. Don't get crocked. Going straight north. Straight south is our end point. Don't get crispy. First set of cat things coming out. Bit flame marks, move out and kill a cat. I don't care which one, but kill a cat. Do not drop it in the party. Left, right, shockwave. Find a safe spot. Looks like it's west. Fire breaths. Our safe spot is down towards 4, right there. Off tanks, go ahead and activate stances. Once you see tethers, you can invoke in to share the love. You're evoking in on Dahu, not the trash. I'm taking the boss back. Kitchen Seek mechanics. We should be able to avoid the nasty bit of it. Left, right, shockwave. God. Again, this jump pad is one directional and one use. If you want to go back and get chests, now's the time. Yes, if anyone in your party is without a re-raiser, go ahead and call them out in party chat and tell them to pop a new one. This is Prague. Everyone should be bringing enough for the whole instance. I'm going to go over reflect spots again to make sure things happen. Looks like I need someone to take care of Bravo. Thank you. If anyone standing on one of these positions is even slightly unclear as to their reflecting responsibilities, speak up now so that way I can go over it.
Is there the diagram for the second one? I don't quite remember which direction I was going for the second orb.
So I can drop the reflect image in DR1. You are taking care of the 5 spot on this diagram, so you will be taking care of the inner north and east
southeast of
ones.
that. Got it.
Thank you for speaking up. Otto, I will let you keep an eye out if you see one not being taken care of, or if you want to hit one of the second ones first, and then try to catch one that normally is not taken care of, go for it. And yes, if any of the reflectors, if anyone standing on a mark right now is dead when we go into the last phase, please call out the position that you are taking care of. Preferably with the direction, so like instead of calling out C, you would call out northeast, etc. So that way someone else can take care of it. That damage down is not fun to deal with when people are not doing re-clear, look at my big dick damage. I didn't think that sentence all the way out. I think I've harped on that enough. I will say, if you are just in case you're not aware, if you're a Sage and you have activated Cardion on someone, you can right-click off the buff that's on you to take it away and not fill up someone's buff limit or your own. That said, if you are ready to go, please step into the arena, at least to the Charlie waymark. Tanks, make sure that your stance is on, so that way you can hold hate at the start. Hopefully the whole spell and steel debacle was taken care of and y'all decided what to do. If not, we'll do the same thing. Stand on the 3 waymark and call out what you need. Looks like everyone is in here. I'll give a second for if anyone has grayed out names for someone who has gone AFK and not come here before I start the countdown. Because I have indeed started this fight without everyone here before. But no one's saying anything, so here we go. Check your food. You want to make sure you have at least 10 minutes of it. First raid wide. Second red wide. Off tanks, turn off your stances. Main tanks, keep them on. Warrior to the wall, soldier to, or knight to the center, sorry. They're all named the goddamn same thing. We need to deal magic damage. Apply Spellforge, click off Steel Sting. Apply purple, click off yellow. First set of bombs will be coming out soon. This is a shield omen. You'll be knocked back to the bomb that you need. Tethers are out. Tethers will be going to big bombs. Tethers can go to the warrior unless this pattern is bad. This tether might be bad. Tethers to big. Non-tethers to small. Get knocked back towards it. Don't get run over, etc., etc. If you are tethered, you are falling first. Move to a place that explodes. Warrior is sneaking in a boost. That's a double raid wide. It sounds like there are some people that do not have the appropriate buffs. People, please pay attention. Tethers are going out for tethers to wind. If you have a debuff right now, you will be going to the green wind. Otherwise, you are going to purple gravity. This is a shield omen. You will collapse onto the knight. Collapse onto the knight now, and be towards Delta. On the knight towards Delta. Warrior is sneaking in a boost. Dispelled, double raid wide. Warrior is a bit behind. Tank busters. Next up is going to be the damage tether again. We need steel. Click off purple, apply yellow. Click off purple, apply yellow. Focus on knight. This is a sword omen bomb. You will be picking a bomb at the edge of the arena. We are probably seeing this mechanic. If you are tethered, you are going to a big bomb. Do not kill warrior during this. Pick a bomb at the edge. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. If you are tethered, move to a place that just exploded. Damage is about even. Try to kill them both at the same time, please. Oh, I need to dispel that. Double raid wide. Alright, get ready to hit the new bosses. First up is going to be Fire Frogs. Y'all know the shuffle. Our small orbs are starting on Alpha and Delta. They will move second. No need to pre-position now. We don't know where our safe spot is yet. Looks like our safe spot is going to be north. It's north towards Alpha. Open side to the gunner. And now to a single turret. And back to your bosses. Tank busters. Followed up by double raid wide. Next major mechanic will be gun turrets, but it's going to take forever for them to come out. Turrets are out now, main tanks pick them up. Main tanks pop your invuln. There was a double raid wide in there that I didn't call because y'all should be able to deal with raid wides. Ice, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Do not stop walking. We are doing fine on DPS. Soldier is a little bit behind, but should be fine to deal with. Next mechanic is going to be jumping clones. We probably won't see this. Kill soldier first. Reflectors, if you're dead, call out where your position is. For the record, it was the north clones that were safe. Alpha Bravo north, Echo Foxtrot south, Delta split yourself, reflectors to positions, tanks with invulnerabilities, stances on, without stances off, reflect the honeycombs. Y'all know how this goes. Fantastic job, reflectors, except for the couple dead bodies that I see down now. Code of arms, respect it. Healers, judgment calls on limit breaks. It is very difficult to keep calling things out for that in this. Up next is reflect orbs again. Second set of reflect orbs. Make sure that you're not getting raised inside one. Aura spheres are out. Still pop DPS priority. They need to die and they need to be invulned. It is them or us, also last call healer limit break 3s. Code of arms, respect it, respect it, respect it. Stop attacking if you don't know the timing. Alright, looks like we still have a couple bodies. Oh, one got caught. Very nice. We have one over by Bravo. Not calling anyone out, just trying to get people up. As, again, we have 2 chests north. Thank you very much, Cam. Our dead body is up. So long as there are no disconnects, we can move on to Phantom. There are no traps along the way. As a reminder to tanks, we just did funny things with orbs and stances. Make sure that your stance is off if you are not me. Chances are, if you can hear this, you are not me. Well, at least you didn't disconnect and lose the buff cam. Sight extremely unseen. Very good. Okay, we did Phantom before last time. I'm not going to assign Reflex or anything, or not Reflex, but Benedictions. If we get ad phase, then I trust the white mages to stand in front of the ghost that they're going to heal. Y'all, you're good at this game. You know what to do. If you're going to do this fight, make sure that you are not stepping on the little purple band that turns into the death wall, so I know that you are here and paying attention. If you need to sit out for some reason, that is fine. Real life things happen, but make sure that you are not inside the arena. As a reminder, we are now in Twice Come Ruin zone. If you are just pay attention, don't get hit by the donut, so on and so forth. Oh, I certainly hope whoever. Kelthana, you were assigned Banish. Do you still have it?
Yuki has Banish 3 equipped.
All right, hella, Yuki, you go for it. Love ya. I'm sorry, I didn't write down people's pronouns, so. valued member of the group. There we go. Okay, I'm going to assume that everyone who pulls came in here. As soon as you cast Banish, you will pull the boss. So on the countdown, you want to do it a little bit early, probably around like 1 or 2 or something. We want to make sure that it gets on and that it doesn't get overwritten by bards or whatever. I don't remember how many bards I have in here. Anyway, we're gonna do the fight. If people are standing on the death wall and they're not doing the fight, that's their own damn fault. I'm not. I don't have patience anymore. I'm sorry. Thanks again. Check your stances, make sure they're off. That's the pure check. Radar up wide. I have to talk. Where are we going? We're going to Delta. Move to Delta. We remind our guests today to keep their arms, legs, tails, and very, very long ears inside the donut at all times. Ride it all the way down to the edge. Do not touch the death wall at the end. And enjoy your ride today here at Eorzea's Roller Coaster. We are waiting for one more purple explosion. And moving over to 3. Everyone is going to stand on an odd waymark for this upcoming mechanic. Your melee uptime movement will be between 3 and 4, but for right now, everyone should be on 3. We are waiting. A 1, a 2, a 3, move over to 4. We are waiting again. 1, 2, 3, move over to 3. Looks like we're going to be seeing ads phase tonight. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure that everyone pays attention and does their job. DPS, you are taking care of red ghosts. Healers, you are taking care of whites. Yuki, if you want to throw a banish on any of the reds, go for it. Don't benediction from across the arena and waste your button, etc., etc. This is the last ad phase, or last ad round.
The achievement.
That last Misty Wraith needs to be healed up. Very good, thank you very much. Phantom is interrupted. Preserve your gauge and heavy cooldowns. Nothing is that important here. We're going to kill before things happen. Did I not font? Okay. There are traps ahead. Do not step into them. If no one else has perception, I can pop it. Do not play games with these traps. Do not auto-run. Do not stand anywhere close to them, please. Cam knows exactly where the traps are. Do not follow Cam unless you are absolutely certain. Otherwise, you will get yourself and probably Cam killed. No one else is popping perception, so I'm going to do it here. We are going to have fun if we get to Ghost. Not Ghost. Lord? Alright, that's a poison in the vestibule going to the stairs down. After you go down the staircase, make sure that you give yourself a second, especially if you are playing on a lower end machine. Players will load in before traps, and we don't want any mistakes. We have an explosion inside the vestibule after the staircase. Alright, and all the other traps have been percepted. Once you get to the avowed walkway, line up alongside the path to the arena, so that way people who brought shell can hand it out. I do not have it this week, I apologize. I have brought Dispel instead. Tanks, now is the time to slot in Aether Shield. I didn't quite say it explicitly last time we were here 2 weeks ago, but every single raid wide needs to be covered by an Aether Shield. In case you have not read what it does, it is a Sentinel-like mitigation. It is 30% mitigation for yourself and every single person in your party that the effect covers. Given that the raid wide deals so much damage, and it applies a very heavy bleed at the time, any mitigation there helps with us not dying. If you can, once you get shell, please cross the purple line, so that way it makes it easier for the people handing out shell to click other people. Oh my god, my tongue is falling apart. I'm pulling up the arrow cheat sheet if people need that. Again, since we are technically Avowed Prog, if anyone has questions about Avowed mechanics, now is the time to ask. I would rather you take the time and ask them than have things go unstated. Again, this is a very personal responsibility, heavy fight. You need to be able to read your debuffs and know what they're doing. We have 1 BRB, that is perfectly fine. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, everyone should be applying Shell 2. If you have Shell 1, please step back across the purple line so that way people can hand it out. Also, whoever brought Protect, you should not be applying it to anyone. Protect is only useful for the tanks who are taking auto attacks. Anyone who has Protect on can click it off. But be careful because you can click off your Pure. And I'm even the main tank and I'm taking it off. I appreciate that you wanted to help, but next time if you want to do that, bring Shell and help things go quicker. Or bring a Perception to cover between Phantom and Avowed to Lord. If you are ready to go, step up to the Charlie tile, but not in front of the Charlie waymark. If you become unready, please step back behind the purple line so that way we know you need to step away. I know real life things happen and sometimes it is difficult to say anything about it, but please make sure that you do something in-game so that way we know that you are not here. And yes, food check. If you do not have at least 10 minutes of food, make sure that you pop a new one. All right. Our Bravo group is back. Everyone is off the death wall as far as I can see, so let's get back into Avowed. As a reminder, we will have a random order of the weapons at the start. The last one that comes out will be the first temperature mechanic we do. This is a fight where if you raise people at a bad time, they will just die again. So please do not pop Limit Break 3 without hearing it be called for. In particular, if you raise people who are in the Fiery Death Floor during Bow, they will just die again. If you raise people after temperatures have gone out for staff or orbs, then they will just die because they cannot solve that mechanic. Typically, you will want to wait until after a raid wide to hit the limit break button, so that way your healing does something for that raid wide. And once we get halfway through this fight, you are not trying to get to a normal temperature, you are trying to get opposite of your brand, because your brand is a secondary attack that is going to shift your temperature right before the mechanic ends. No one is asking any questions though, so we are going to get going. Tanks to the front, please. Up first is the Tank Buster. Someone stole hate. Aim it away from the group. Aether shields, addles, other mitigation, reprisals. Apologies, that was awkward. Weapons, sword in front, get in front of the boss, get on the Ignore 1, on the Ignore 1, in line with Waymark 2. Range and casters, you can pre-position south at Charlie. This is get out, this is get out. You have until the boss stops spinning to get out. Point blank AoE. And now you can pre-position south of the 3-way mark. On the Ignore 1 will be safe for bow. Tanks again to the front, upcoming Tank Buster in a second after everyone gets this forced march. Pay attention to your debuff and figure out how it will be moving you. Tanks pop your cooldowns. And then watch for the fire on either Bravo and Delta and move to the side that fire is not. Make sure that you are going to Delta. Make sure your forced march takes you to Delta. Bravo. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay, well that's 2 people who are dead. I'm sorry. Rescue them if they re-raise. There's one of them. Rescue if you can, please. Thank you very much. This is the normal ladder game. All you have to do is move your own 2 feet to the right tile. Your temperature is out, and this is the right-hand side of the cheat sheet. The boss should not have to move. And get close to heal and shield for the upcoming raid wide. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations, addle, feint. Everyone stand in front of the boss. Next up is sword. Stand in front of the boss. On that Ignore 1. Hold on to any long cooldowns that you have now. You're not going to be able to get full use out of them. Boss is going to go untargetable after the clones get summoned, but you have your temperature now. You will only need to take 1 cleave during this. If you panic, you can always just go to the safe spot first on the first set of cleaves. The safe spot is, in fact, 4. If you are not on 4 or tile touching it, you will die. Safe spot is 2. Safe spot is 2. If you're not on 2 or 1 touching it, you will die. Pay attention if your re-raisers go off. Oh god. If both your healers are dead, cure for casters, pay attention and do your best. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. This is staff, get out now. Get in close for the upcoming proximities. We have chains on a couple downed healers. If anyone can raise them, don't do it now because they'll just die from this mechanic. But after this mechanic is done, You have a temperature and a forced march. Pay attention to what orb you need to find and how you will position yourself, so that way the forced march will take you into it. Find your orb now. Forced march going off very, very soon. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigation. Get behind the boss. This is Bo. Get behind the boss on those ignore 1 marks. First up, we have spooky ghosties. You will need to stand either east, west, or intercardinal of the boss. Intercardinal is safe. If you are on Delta, wait until the line AoEs go off, pop sprint, and get to Bravo. Get to Bravo now. This is the Trixie ladder game. You will have a temperature, a brand, and a forced march. This is maybe one of the hardest mechanics in this fight. Pay attention, focus on doing it, don't worry about DPS. Your temperature and brand are out now. Do your math, figure out what arrow you will need to get hit by. Your forced march is now out. The pattern is coming out. It is the left-hand side of the cheat sheet. Boss should not have to move. If you, by the way, if your brand and temperature even out, you need to get hit by the invisible non-existent arrow. I didn't say that in time, but get in for the upcoming raid wide. Aether shields, reprisal, other mitigation. Tanks on the ignore 1 to the wall. Upcoming next immediately is a tank buster. Pop cooldowns. Up next is sword. Stand in front of the boss. The boss is facing in, kind of towards the center, cardinally. Be in front on the ignore 1. Use your eyes. Find the arrow. We're getting a lot of marks on what I assume are dead healers, or double healers tanks. During swords, if you can try to get arises out on these people. Anyone who is dead, please pay attention and try to get to the safe spots after you get raised. Your temperature is out and your brand is out. If you have 3 or more points in one direction, you will need to get hit by 2 separate cleaves. 1 on the first set and 1 on the second set. Do your best. Good luck. Our safe spot is 1. You should either be on 1 or cardinal of it. Our next safe spot is 4. You should either be on 4 or cardinal of it. Wait for this raid wide and then healer LB3. Aether shields, reprisals, addle, feint, anything you got. This is staff, get away, stop raising anyone now, stop trying to raise people now. People need a temperature in order to survive this mechanic. If they do not have it, they can't do anything. Your temperature is out, and you are now going to get your brand. You will have to walk your own 2 feet into the 1 tile that is safe in the quadrant that has the orb that you need. We are doing outside green, outside walls. Oh, Delta Bravo. Outside doesn't quite explain it. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. Healer limit breaks if you can afterwards. Is this in rage? This is in rage. Okay. Just do your best. All right, 20% is not bad on Avowed, especially after a week-long break. We can take a short 5-minute break, try to be back at 50:51 on the hour, and we can go in for one more run. Yeah, I called that. That'll be fun. Okay, I will be right back myself, so everyone be nice. Okay, Callista and Luck, if you are here, just type something into Alliance chat real quick, so that way I can make sure that everyone's here when I do the next question thing.
Some people are asking if we still need floaters for our last run.
I'm not sure if we're doing a last run right now.
Okay. All right. No worries.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, no, you're not. No, not at all.
I was starting to type it up, so that way there's record there. But the thing is that I can go over that in a second, Leia. We have about an hour left in our time slot, and if we go in again, there's a good chance that we will clear Avowed, which means that we would then need to move on and do explanations on a first run on Lord, which most groups manage to clear on the first time they see. It can be messy, but typically most groups get through that, which means we would then need to explain and do a first run on Queen, which would almost certainly put us very much over.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just going off the way that things have been going. So I'm going to run another ready check for if people want to go in again. If you have a hard out in about an hour and 5 minutes or whatever, that's fine. If you need to cut it off at midnight Eastern time, for whatever reason, that is perfectly fine. Go ahead and say no.
Yeah, that's fair. I was hoping to help my friend get a BA clear tonight, so I'd be good stopping now.
This is why I try to make a 4-hour time slot, so that way we have 4 hours if we need it, but also we still get about 3 hours of prog normally with, you know, some leeway, extra space. Okay, that's a few people who need to hard out in an hour. I don't want to take you in and go, you know, use Pures and go through stuff just to get a bit more experience and plates on Seeker and stuff. I would prefer people go rest up and be ready for next week. I'm going to do some recruiting to see if I can get more people in, because I'm not going to accept no-shows. I know that we missed a week, and if someone has an actual extenuating circumstance, that's fine. Obviously, I'm not going to kick them out for that. But I'm going to get more people for us next week, and then we can go in and get more Vowed prog and get you through that, and probably, you know, into good Queen prog. If things go well next week, I If things go really nicely, the way that I like them to, we could clear Avowed on the first pull, go in, see Queen, take a small break, and then go in and kill Queen on the second pull if people, learn through mistakes and everything. Ideally, that's what happens. If anyone has questions about mechanics of things that happened, obviously we have extra time here. If you're willing to stick around, I can answer them in voice chat. If you want to ask them in the thread, I am more than willing to answer them there. If you want to go to bed or go do something else and ask them later through the week, I will answer them when I have time, so on and so forth.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much.
And yes, thank you all for your patience and for sticking it out tonight and for adjusting to a unexpected low person run. Y'all did fantastic, especially with so many of you being fresh prog and having a week of downtime, which I apologize for again. As always, life sometimes has interesting circumstances for all of us.
I'll see you guys next week.
Take care. And to anyone who is watching the stream, thank you for coming out. I'm going to be turning emo only back on and shutting that down. Have a good night. For anyone still here in voice chat, you are more than welcome to stick around and ask questions again. Oh my god, I did that entire night with my headphone half plugged in. Are you kidding me?
What, so only one ear had sound, or?
Only getting sound in my left ear, wasn't I? Oh god, okay, well...
I have a question.
Go for it.
Like, I learned all this stuff. Like, I'm fresh. I learned all this stuff. But I can join, like, a Reclear party. I don't know if they will accept.
You can ask to get into a Reclear party. You can, as long as you say that you are TA or Avowed prog, and you are upfront with that, I will be uploading logs here in a bit, so that way you can link them over and show proof that you have done it. As always, it is up to the person who is running the group how many low prog people they want to take. I am not going to speak on their behalf. The way that I always say it is, you are ready if you believe that you are ready. If you know the mechanics and you feel that you can do them, and I don't want this to sound like I'm being mean, but like, as long as you feel like you're not going to be a burden, if you're not like planning on, riding through on the ground, then by all means go for it, do your best.
I went from 2 weeks ago joining this group as floating in fresh prog. We went to TA on night 1, and then the day after that, or second after that, I joined a Reclear group and died twice to Mina because I didn't sprint.
Minotaur is tricky, especially as a tank.
Well, okay, no. I was healing for that group. One of the deaths was because one of the 4 ads got loose and decided I looked tasty.
Okay, well...
The second one was because I didn't sprint.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
I've been watching videos of the fight, and I think I'm ready. I don't know.
If you've done your research, if you feel like you can get in there and do stuff, if you have questions about how we do things here on the server, you are more than welcome to ask that down in the Reclear channel and ask, like, how will the calls for this be, if you can get in or whatever. People are typically more than welcome to or willing to answer those questions.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Well, let's not duck out on a sour note, shall we? Let's think about what we've seen, what we've done. I don't understand swords. Again, I don't get it. Swords doesn't make sense to me at all. Even after seeing it twice, even after thinking it like there was no way I could have gotten hit by that second sword, right? Like, I fucked up. I missed my opportunity and now I just have to die. That can't be right, because that's really crap. The arrows was a complete goof. That's fine, that's my bad, that's whatever. But I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Right here. Magic staff is simple as. That's perfectly fine. And I'm sure I could probably do the second wave of arrows. So I can just stop everything, look at the force direction they're gonna look at force march. I always move 2 squares. And that's gonna be that'll be fine. That'll be okay. What isn't okay is fucking swords. Not only do I have to figure out the safe spot and what sword that I have to be hit by, I have to understand which round is safe to get hit by sword. That's so fucked up. To be thinking, I have to be thinking bad or wrong about this. It can't be this stupid. It has to be my fault. Which, gee, really turning it around and ending it on a high note there. I don't know. I think it's because I still haven't, like, cleared it, that when they were telling how it is, I was kind of in a panic. Like, squares adjacent is completely fine. It goes down it's an infinite cross pattern starting from the center, which is the absolute safe zone, not hit by any swords. But anything adjacent and onwards is a sword. So I did do right, but I second guessed myself because I was panicking and stepped out of the one ice sword, killing me instantly. Or the one fire sword, the one sword, whatever. It's a lot more loosey-goosey. I'm doing fine. I'm just contemplating. I'm in deep thought. Because I have no idea what a sword looks like. Hang on. Let's learn what a sword is. Okay. Google. SWORD. The hell is that? What the fuck is this? Is that what a sword looks like? Alright, the all WebP files. Sword PNG. Not gonna be a PNG. That's okay. Yep, it's a web file. God, I love the internet. You would think I could drag anything. Whatever. I'm over it. So this is a sword, right? This is a sword. And it goes into Lalafell like this. But we don't want that to happen. Now, if many swords, say there were many, one sword is fine. Many swords is bad. You don't want to get hit by two swords, because they come in from both sides. They hit you with the pincer attack. They get you. And then you're dead. But okay, hear me out. Okay. So they're gonna shoot out from where the swords are pointing. I can't properly rotate. God, rotating in OBS is absolute garbage. So they're attacking, so they're pointing this a ways, right? Imagine the center here is the safe zone. Pep potato is the safe zone, right? Which would mean that these swords are pointing outwards. Which would mean they're going to cleave this a ways. You're gonna cleave everything facing this direction. Everything in this direction. Which would mean this is a no-no zone. This is death. These are too many swords, you will die. These are too many swords, you will die. And so on. But everywhere, but if I want to get hit by this one, hang on. I still have a fire gif somewhere around here. I think I do. Last time yeah. Say I have an ice, hang on. Hang on, we're doing good. Hang on. It would be a WebP file. You fucking jerk. Okay, you're a JPEG. I'll take that. Fine. Okay. So say I were to say I have an ice buff on me. Say I have an if I have an ice buff on me. Or debuff rather. And then we have 2 ice, 1 ice, and 2 fire. This is so scuffed. Where would I stand? I would go north of the safe spot. Anywhere north of the safe spot. A perfect solution. All I need to do is know where the safe spot is, see where my sword is pointing, and walk down the hallway. Walk in the hall. Just be in the hallway. Now that solves wave 1. Now we gotta talk about what if this ice cube is a brand? And what a brand is, it's when it pops. It's going to, like if I have an ice brand, it's going to lower my temperature by 1 ice. Right? And say I were to have, but my temperature is double fire. This is gonna hit me and bring me down to 1 fire. So I gotta haul it. I don't know what I moved. Let's fit that to screen. Okay. What if I learn a Kirby speedrun in a couple seconds? And then we would move to the right. We move to the right sword. And that would give me 2 ice cubes. And I would just hang out. For the second hit, I would just hang out. And it would be fine. And everything will be okay. I think... At least I think that's the mechanic. I think that's right. I feel that's right. And I feel a lot better. I don't know about posting a VOD that has Ice Cube's face everywhere, but oh well. Can I get in trouble for that? Oh well, I'm glad you're here. You see, Trinity Avowed has a thing called branding, which lowers your temperature or increases your temperature. And you could have like 1 stack of fire.gif, or you could have like 2 stacks of ice cube. So we want to get our temperature normal. So we gotta melt those 2 ice cubes, right? So we gotta get hit by 2 single fire swords or a double fire. Double fire is probably nicer because we can just get hit by that and then not have to care and just stand in the safe zone. But then there's a brand which explodes and hits us with either 1 or 2 ice or 1 or 2 fire. So we gotta work out how to cancel it. Like say, if we have double ice and we have an ice brand, what do we do? We get hit by a 2, and a 1. The brand can also cancel out. So that would just leave us to stay in the safe zones. That is a lot easier said than done. That is just a goddamn lot. And I can't figure it out because I don't know what a sword is. And I'm scared that I never will. Like, a sword could be on screen right now and I would have, like, no clue what's going on. Like, what is that? What? Why is it getting bigger? What's going on? Is this what swords do? They just kind of hang out? Ugh. Ugh. I don't like how it's skittered. I don't like swords. And anyway, I think that was a good break. Needed to air out my brain. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I think I prefer arm cannons. Until then, hopefully next Friday we'll have we'll have all our people back and we'll be able to get to see the Queen. 'Cause I need to see that. For me, you know? And I hope that we all learned a valuable lesson that never trust a sword. The swords are very strange and pointy, and they can just creep up on you at any point. It's really messed up. So everybody have a wonderful day, and remember, swords are not your friend. They're terrible. Fucking sneaky ass swords coming at you and whatnot. No, that's fine, Shirty. Just happy to have you here. And I'm glad we were able to talk about swords. I feel a little bit better about swords. They're very nice. You know what? I could think about keeping a sword as a pet. Swords don't seem that bad. Oh,